So now all 5 kids are out there together, and it's just been a blast. Real quick, if you are enjoying our backyard go-kart mini bike track series so far, would you go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our videos, and hit that like button down below? While you're down there below the video, go ahead and comment whatever your favorite family outdoor activity is. Maybe you and your kids get together and ride bikes, maybe you like motorcycles, maybe you go play pickleball, or maybe you like tent camping. Whatever it is, drop us a comment down below. So the track has gotten worn in pretty good. You can actually see where the track is compared to the grass. We're letting the grass grow up just to keep it obvious where the trail goes. There's plenty of room for everybody to ride. There's lots of places to pass. So I'm gonna take you around and show you what the difference is between our first ride and then how we sort of worn in some ruts and the turns, and there's a little jump back at the causeway, and we'll see how the track is looking so far. We did a second mow right here on the starting gate. The grass is coming back a little bit, but they have taken off through here enough that it's pretty well stayed worn down. It is a little bit lumpy and bumpy, but they've actually had a lot of fun practicing taking off and everybody funneling down into the single wide track down here. It's been pretty hilarious for Seth to think that he can keep up with Scott and to watch him go back and forth trying to prove who's the fastest. Seth has not quite reached the level of his father yet. He got put in his place a little bit when we raced the other day, but he sure is catching up fast. You can really see the difference right here. Where all these lumpity bumpities, it's still lumpity bumpity, but it's gotten worn down pretty good. And the kids don't even slow down when they hit all this stuff. I don't even know if you can tell where all these little dips and bumps and divots are coming around this corner. But you can see they haven't used all this out here where we gave a wide path. They've stayed. It's funny to watch this part right here and see how everybody chooses a different side to go down. But you can see they've obviously chosen each side about equally by how much they're worn. It's funny because I thought this left side would be the better side, but when I was riding the mini bikes, that side is actually harder. It kind of spits you out on the other side of the tree over here, and then it's hard to go into that next turn. And there's a big, you can't see it, but there's a big hump right here. So it's just like a lot of things going on at once. Okay, everybody's riding, so I'm gonna try not to die and get run over on this corner. But this corner, there is no grass left here. This is completely worn down. And you can see we cut all the way out here and made it nice and wide, and they're cutting it tight and, you know, taking the shortest path possible. This part is funny because you can see here where there's been a lot of dirt bikes back here using this left-hand side, more so than the go-karts, because this side is not worn down as much. And then we did cut this little go around if you need to pass somebody, but I think it's not quite long enough. It's such a short distance to pass that nobody's able to actually pass each other. They're coming up behind me. I might get run over. Oh, Finn might hit me. Oh, he picked the other side. So this little like spillway off of the pond right here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it dips down into the spillway like a little creek used to be there. And then this goes back up the other side, and it's enough for the dirt bikes to catch a little bit of air right there if they hit it just right. Uh-oh, Seth is passing all, I mean, not Seth, Scott. Scott's passing all of them. They're about to crash them up. Oh, no. Okay, good. Everybody's watching and letting people in line. And there's little Finn way back there behind. Okay, going into this corner, I'm going to tell you, after riding that mini bike with the bald tires, it's a little bit sketchy. Ooh. Ooh, Scott just about wiped out. There's fences all around. There's no ruts or berms for support. There's a dip in the trail right there. It's a little bit loose where they've torn up the dirt. And then you got to stay between these trees, and then between that tree, and there's a fence, and then there's a stump right here that you don't want to hit. So this corner is actually a lot harder than I expected it to be. And then this, you can see they've actually widened this up trying to pass each other. You can tell they've been driving over here where we didn't mow. So this is like a nice long straightaway where they've been overtaking each other. Or I saw Maddie and Lily out here just riding side by side on the mini bikes, just like they were chatting. They're driving like 5 miles an hour and just giggling and talking back and forth while they drove down through here. All right, this one has been a little bit unsuccessful. It doesn't seem like anybody's taken the outer path to pass. It's a little too squirrely, I think. Here they come again. Oh my goodness. These kids are crazy. This one's kind of tricky too because you're coming around these trees and the kids keep almost taking that tree out right there with their front tire, cutting it too sharp. It doesn't look like anybody has come around this outer path, but maybe I should teach them that if they're going slow. We need to do that. If they're going slow coming down this and everybody's piled up behind them, they need to take this one and let everybody pass. We're gonna have to set that as a new rule. So you can see here, Seth's been out here with a shovel. Actually, I don't know if you can see it. He's been digging out this rut for his dirt bike. We don't have any berms. We've got to find some dirt. You really can't see that at all. Maybe if I put my hand in there? No. Anyway, he's got him a nice little rut right here. I do not have the skill on the dirt bike yet to ride the ruts. That scares me a little bit. There we go. Scott hit it. Oh my goodness. His exhaust puffed me in the face. There's our little entryway back to the house. Somebody's coming. Maddie's trying to run me over. Are you okay? Yeah, there's a lot of vibration. Look out! Oh my God, that's not a good place to stop. Don't stop, keep going. When he tries to pass you, just slow down and let him go by. It's okay. Finn is not happy that they have been passing him. He has to get close, bud. The track's not very wide. Go on. All right, Scott's coming up behind me again. I'm trying to show you the rut on this other turn, but I think he's gonna beat me to it. Sounds like he's he's driving a lot faster than I'm walking. When he raced Seth the other day, he almost wiped out because he tried to hit this rut and he didn't have as much speed as he thought, and he like completely lost it. I don't know how he didn't hit the ground. Seth got out here with his shovel. Scott, I think, actually did add a little bit of dirt right here to make a berm, but it just wasn't enough. Here it comes again. So they've got him a nice little rut going. Here's Seth, let's see how he does. That was pretty smooth. He hit that rut. I'm telling you, it freaks me out when I'm riding it, and I've only gotten up to third gear. The go-karts aren't hitting it. They're cutting it tight and trying to slide to kind of drift around the corner. Scott's working on downshifting into the curve, I think. He hadn't been on a bike in a while. And this is kind of like more of the fun part. It's still a little bit challenging, but it's not like all the other hard parts I've been talking about. This is kind of fun because there's curves, but they're nice and smooth. This one's a little tricky because there's a big hump right there, so you got to go wide on it, but there's no ruts or berms. Why are you trying to run me over? Here comes Finn, you're gonna get hit. Samson gets to express all of his herding instincts on the go-karts and dirt bikes. But anyway, this part is fun because you can stay in control and still ride fast. And it's not just a straight line, but it's not super difficult either. And then I realized, now that I've ridden on several of the things, I realized that I cut this corner a little too sharp. We need to come out and mow a little bit more here on this inner path because it goes around the tree right here so that you can pass. But this corner right here is so sharp. When you come around here, and then you can't see the trail either. You don't know where it is because of the grass. It's too sharp right here to make that turn without slowing down. And then if you're slowing down, you can't catch up to pass anybody. So we need to work on that. We need to fix that a little bit. They come through here and fly though. Let's see if they pass. I think Scott just kicked Samson. Not like mean kicked, but just like a little love tap to get him to chase him. So yeah, anyway, that's how the trail is looking so far. We want it to rain a little bit so we can get out here in the mud and kind of tear it up a little bit more and get some ruts in the corners. And we want to find some dirt because we want to build some berms and some whoops and stuff like that. But dirt's really expensive, so that might be the next project. Before the birthday party, when all of our friends come for the first time, we definitely don't want to have too much like advanced stuff. So this is perfect. Uh-oh, Scott found a jump. There's just like a pile of dirt out there in the middle of the field. Uh-oh. This is about to be trouble. My phone's about to die. Hopefully I can catch it on camera and see what kind of shenanigans. Here he goes. Oh, he did a little bunny hop. All right, he's gonna try again. And look, Seth is just right behind him. He has no fear. He's gonna keep up with Dad. See if he gets up some more speed. He's not going very far back. Oh my goodness. I drove the Challenger out here to see if he needed help or what he's doing. And now he is fully digging up the trash pile. What are you doing?
Goodbye with you.
Okay. This is our Bad Boy 4035 CH tractor, and let me tell you, this thing is just the ultimate homestead tractor. We have done a little bit of everything with this thing. We have made go-kart tracks, we have prepped gardens, unloaded semi-trucks, moved all of our belongings multiple times in and out of trailers and semis and things like that. It moves snow, it moves dirt, it pulls a little trailer, we've got a box blade, we've got a rake for dethatching the yard and pulling rocks out of stuff. It just does a little bit of everything. And you can go and check out our review on this tractor where Scott just goes over the whole thing and tells you all the features and specs. I will link that down below if you're interested. Okay, we're gonna do a test drive and see. Oh, maybe not. As soon as Scott clears up, I'm gonna do a test drive and see how bumpy it is, or if he's got it smoothed out good. All right, here we go. We're doing a test drive. I don't know, it's still a little bumpy, but it's better than it was. Ready to go.
What's up, guys? So as you have figured out, we have a birthday party coming up, and the kids are they have absolutely taken over the go-kart track. And as much as we've had to say, you got to put them up for a little bit. And so as we have our go-kart track here, we're inspired by seeing someone else that built a mini bike track in their backyard. And we have more than a mini bike, so we have a go-kart mini bike track. So we're just going to show you all the models that we have today, kind of explain them real quickly, what they are, and yeah, show you what we got to ride for our upcoming party. All right, so we're going to do a kind of just give you a quick rundown of each one. If you didn't know, we own gokartmasters.com, and we have pretty much one of every size of what we have. And we have different models, but the same size carts. And so this first one is a mini XR. All of our carts have reverse. You can get this without reverse. Age range on this starts out at a 4-year-old, about to a 7-year-old. Our 7-year-old is outgrown this one. It does have a remote kill when you get it, so that's awesome. The next one here is a mid XR. All these are Trailmaster. And it's ranging from about 7 years old. I can still get in it, but it's kind of tight for me. But our teenagers, you can get in it as a teenager. Our 14-year-olds get in it. A little bit tight for them, but 7-year-old up to about 10, 11, 12-year-olds, really good cart. Then we go on to our 200. This is a 200E XRS. This is the, doesn't have all the fancy stuff on it like our other ones do. And this one here, our 10-year-old rides it, and then 2 adults can get in and ride it all the time. Me and Kim ride this one together all the time. And it'll top out at about 30 miles an hour. Again, from a 10-year-old all the way up to adults ride this cart here. The Challenger Series cart here, it's kind of a crossbreed between a go-kart and a UTV. You can get this one without the bed on it, without the steel bed on it. We can get it with a plastic bed on it, like a Razor. And this one here, it's kind of like all ages. Our 7-year-old gets in it, and then we can ride it too. This is great for our farm. We've had this one for several years personally, and we use it around the acreage all the time. And then we'll start on this side over here with the mini bikes. We don't have the smallest mini bike that we have on our website, and they make one that's a little bit smaller than this. It's actually faster than these. I wouldn't recommend it for a kid. But this one here is a NB 200, and it's just the base model mini bike. It does have a headlight on it, nothing fancy, but we have done a bunch of upgrades to this one. We put a 224, I think it is, cc engine on it. We put bigger sprockets on it. We put gas shocks on the rear, different clutch. We've done all kind of stuff with this one. This one here is one of the newest ones. We just recently got this one. It is a Hurricane 200 Pro. With the Pro means it has electric start. It does have a tail light, a front headlight, LED lights, and so this one's pretty nice. Front and rear brakes on this one. And then we get into our dirt bikes here. The TM11, we start our 5-year-old out on this, and which was Ezekiel when he got it. Ezekiel's 7 now, and he's overgrown this one. And so this one is now Phineas is the littlest one. He's 6 years old, but he's kind of small. We're starting him out on this one. And then you jump up. This one's a 110cc. Then you jump up to the 125cc. All these are 4-stroke, by the way, not 2-stroke. And Ezekiel's just now getting on this one. He's riding it pretty well at 7 years old. And Seth has outgrown this one now, and he is 10. And we just upgraded Seth to the 150. This is a Trailmaster SX 150, and there's a huge jump in between these two. Of course, you go from a 125 to a 150, so there's not that much difference in the power. There's a lot of difference. This one does not have a clutch. It is semi-automatic, and then you jump up to the clutch on that one there. And so a lot of bike, and there's, as far as the size difference, there's a big jump as far as the size, as you can see in between here. And but that is the next biggest one that you get. And so that's all of our Trailmasters that we have. And we got them. We got to do some maintenance to them, get them ready for the party.
We got some weather blowing in.
I want you to go get all the helmets and put them inside. There's some on the go-karts out there over.
Amazon has arrived. How is it?
Very good.
They need to fit right, or it'll be hard for you to shift and use your brake and stuff. Stand on it and see how it feels. It's gonna feel like really stiff. You gotta break them in, but where does your toe go to?
like right here.
Mm-hmm.
My big toe's like right here.
Okay. I'm not sure if that's too big or not.
Actually. Well, my foot's not gonna go all the way up because it's round.
Yeah, and your feet are square like Dad's. All right, put the other one on. Let's see.
It smells really nice.
It smells nice?
Uh-huh.
That's weird.
It does, actually. I think it's because it had smelly things on the side.
Oh.
It did? Move. Yeah. Move. We never thought you would.
Show them off like you're doing a, look, like a, and then
don't do that.
flip your hair.
What?
Yeah, do it for hat. All right, show me your boots again. Oh, Samson, oh my goodness. I stepped on your tail, puppy dog. I'm sorry. Seth is doing some more work, getting the property cleaned up for his party. He's getting Scott's tarps moved.
And he didn't that moved.
All right, we are tidying up the house, getting all this laundry folded. Zeke's working on scrubbing all the windows. Lily's back there doing, I think she's putting laundry away. She's about to mop all the floors, getting ready for the party. Zeke cleaned this back window already. It looks pretty good. There's still some streaks, but it was covered in like Samson nose prints and fin fingers and all kinds of stuff. And then Seth and Scott, they've been out here working on the yard all morning. So this is mowed. Now they're back on the go-kart track doing something. Let's go see what they're up to. When we moved in here, there's all sorts of trees that have fallen. There's like a brush pile here where they halfway cleaned up before we moved in, but like didn't really put a lot of effort into it. So we can't mow around it. Like you can't tell because that's grass, but that's all dead limbs and branches and stuff that they just piled there. Oh, Seth is on the lawnmower. Seth was driving the tractor around this morning doing stuff. This lawnmower is tricky to learn how to drive. I've been on a lawnmower my whole life. But this thing is as old as I am. I think it's actually a 1990 model. So it's older than me. And it's like one of the, I don't want to call it a prototype because it's an actual model that Hustler had, but it's definitely one of the early versions of a zero-turn mower. And it's got this little T-shaped joystick in the middle. And it's pretty easy to figure out going forward, but going backwards, it kind of plays with your mind. Scott said he had a hard time too. And then it's old, so it's not super smooth. Let's check out the trail and see what they've done. Oh, they did something over here. We're gonna go backwards because I don't see anything they've done there other than where Scott worked on the tractor yesterday. But they've done something here. There's a new path mowed through and it's different. Seth has been, you can see his little dirt bike path right there. He's been going up over the hill and cutting around, I think to pass the kids on the go-karts. They're like getting creative with this over here. Okay, so that's a good idea how they did that. They just took out that little grass island right there. They'll be able to go over we're calling it a jump. Look, I'm talking with my hands. Those were bunny rabbit ears. This is just a pile of dirt. It's not actually meant to be a jump, but Scott and Seth have been jumping it. So you can go around now. You can come through here and cut over, or you can come around and go over the little jump. That's fun. It's so fun to come out here and like use your imagination and come up with new ideas and add to the track. It's just a fun project. So now you'll come around this turn and you have all of these options that you can do. And you can see right there, Seth, when he cheats, he goes up over that hill and back down. I think he just likes the elevation on his dirt bike. Here's where Scott tried to fix the bump, but it's all clay, so he couldn't get it busted up. I don't really see much else they've done. But they are working a bunch over there. Let's go see what they're doing over there on that straightaway. I told Scott, so there's this stand of trees right here, and it's a pretty big size. I told him we should leave everything on the exterior, but cut the middle like a keyhole, where when you come around this corner, you'd come in the backside and do a donut inside the keyhole and then come back out. It wouldn't be part of the race necessarily. It would just be something fun to add on. He didn't seem too impressed with that idea, so, you know. We'll have to ask Hat about it. My dad He's the ultimate go-kart track master. When I was a kid, we had a figure-8 track. We had 5 acres, figure-8 track. There was a bridge and a tunnel and jumps and creek crossings. There's all kinds of stuff. So Hat is the expert on that. I really don't want to walk through all this thick grass, but I guess I'm going to. There's Seth's rut that he's been digging out. We need a little bit of rain to soften this up. Okay, and then we might have to put some sort of flags up or something right here so that kids don't take off towards the house. Because that's just like an entrance, not necessarily where we want them to be riding. Are you having fun working on your go-kart track?
Oh yeah. It's so much fun.
I was saying that Hat is the master go-kart track builder. So I was going to ask him about my keyhole thing back there, since you weren't impressed with it. Have I mentioned yet that the kids have completely taken over our backyard go-kart track?